children. How are you all? Hope you are fine. So, welcome children. So, today we are going to see, that means we are going to end chapter 2 from geography. So, already we have seen about land, soil and water in the previous videos, and in this video we are going to see about natural vegetation and wildlife resources. So, children, listen carefully, be patient and listen carefully. Natural vegetation and wildlife resources. So, all the plant and wildlife together we are going to see how we can conserve them, how they are useful to us, everything we are going to see. Okay, so let's start. First, natural vegetation and wildlife. First we are going to see about what is that. Okay, so this natural vegetation and wildlife that exists only in the narrow zone of contact between lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Between the contact, this natural vegetation and wildlife exists only between the contact between lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Okay, this together we call it as biosphere. This together we call it as biosphere. Okay children, so natural vegetation and wildlife that exist in the contact between three. What are they? Lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. We together call that as biosphere. Okay children, so look this picture. So here what is atmosphere? So atmosphere is all together connected with air. So atmosphere is all together that is connected with air. So air is called atmosphere. Okay, so next hydrosphere, that is related to water. Okay, and lithosphere, air, land. Okay, so these all together we call it as biosphere. Okay children, so natural vegetation and wildlife remains in contact with this. Okay children, next. Now in the biosphere, that means what is biosphere? All together atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. So in the biosphere, living things are interrelated or interdependent, okay, on each other for survival. So all living things are dependent on each other for living in this world. Okay, so that is called ecosystem. Okay, all living things in this world are dependent on each other for living in this world. This life supporting system is called ecosystem. Life supporting system is called ecosystem. Okay, so all together, all the living things dependent on each other for survival. So that is together we call it as ecosystem. Okay, wildlife. Wildlife that includes animals, bats, insects as well as the aquatic life forms. Okay, what is aquatic life forms? Animals that live in water. So all together we call it as wildlife. So wildlife includes animals, bats, insects as well as aquatic life forms. Okay children, the bats that feed on insects and acts as decomposers as well. Okay, so some animals that have the ability to feed on, that means that will eat the dead animals. Okay, like vulture, some animals that will eat the dead animals. Okay, that are called as scavenger. Okay, and that is considered as a cleanser of the environment. Since they are eating the dead animals and cleaning that place, that are called as cleanser of the environment. So animals, big animal or small animal, whatever it is, they are integral. That means they are important to maintain balance in the ecosystem. So animal, whether it is big or small, all animals are important in maintaining balance in the ecosystem. Okay, children. Next, distribution of natural vegetation. So how the natural vegetation is distributed, how it is present in everywhere. Okay, so natural vegetation is not same everywhere. It differs from place to place. In some place we will find different natural vegetation, and in some place we find another natural vegetation. So it differs from place to place. So the growth of vegetation depends primarily on temperature and moisture. So growth of vegetation that mainly depends on temperature and moisture. According to the temperature of the place and according to the presence of moisture in that place, the growth of vegetation differs. Okay, children. So what are the two factors? Temperature and moisture. Okay. So moisture means, you know, right? Water content in the air. Okay. Air and also in the soil. Okay. So the major vegetation types of the world are grouped as forest, grasslands, shrubs and tundra. So how they are, the vegetation, how it is grouped? Is grouped like forest, grasslands, shrubs and tundra. Okay, children. So in the areas of heavy rainfall, if the area receive heavy rainfall, there the trees will be very high and very like big trees, and that forest will have abundant water supply. Okay, children. So if the area receive heavy rainfall, the trees will be like huge and big, and the forest will have abundant water supply. Then if the number of moisture decreases, if it is comparing to heavy rainfall, if it is less, if it is moderate rainfall, what will happen? The size of tree decrease, and it will be like short standard trees, and shrubs grow in the region. Okay, and shrubs grow in this region. So in moderate rainfall areas, how the trees will be? It will be little short and like short standard trees and like shrubs. Okay, children. And in dry areas like thorny shrubs and shrubs grow in low rainfall areas. Okay, dry areas or low rainfall areas, you'll find like thorny shrubs and small shrubs. Okay. Next, conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. So how we can conserve them? Okay, so first we'll see like changes in climate and human interference that changed many difference in the, that means that changed the natural vegetation and wildlife. Okay, so like deforestation. So forest, or like they are most of the forests are getting damaged, getting vanished. So because of that, many natural vegetation and wildlife are destroyed. So soil erosion, because of the top soil is eroded, because of that also natural vegetation is disturbed. Then constructional activities, because of constructing more buildings. Then forest fires, that because of that most of the forests are destroyed. Then tsunami, because of tsunami and landslides. So these are the main human and natural factors that makes the natural vegetation and wildlife to reduce. So how we can conserve them from these problems. Okay, and one more problem is there, like poaching. That means if the government is given like we should not take the trees or cut down the trees from the place, or we should not take this or kill that animal, if any rule is there, illegally the people are doing that. That is called as poaching. Okay, children. So poaching, that results like many number of particular species are getting reduced because of poaching. Then how we can conserve this natural vegetation and wildlife? So national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, then biosphere reserves. So these we can make to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. Then conservation of creeks like small river, then lakes, wetlands. These are very 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 necessary to save the precious resource from depletion. Next, we can conduct awareness programs like social forestry and Vana Mahotsava. That means Vana Mahotsava means it's a festival, forest festival that is conducted for 1 week in the first week of July. Okay, so like this we can conduct many awareness programs so that the people get more ideas about how to conserve natural vegetation and wildlife. Then school children, they are all encouraged to watch bad and visit nature camps so that they appreciate the different varieties of animals and plants. Okay, next, many countries have passed laws against the trade as well as the killing of bats and animals. So in India, killing lions, tigers, deers, great Indian bustards and peacock is illegal. So in India, killing lions, tigers, deers, great Indian bustards and peacock is illegal. Meanwhile, an international convention, CITES, that means established for that CITES, that list have several species of animals and birds. That trade is prohibited. No one should do trade on those animals listed in CITES. Okay, children. So thank you, children. Thank you for listening very carefully. So today in this video we have seen about natural vegetation and wildlife resource. First we saw about what is natural vegetation and what is wildlife resources, what it is connected with, and how we can conserve, and what are the problems we have we are facing in natural vegetation and wildlife resource conservation. So we have seen about that. So that's all. This lesson is completed. So thank you, children. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.